Hey YouTube, it's me, George here from the Austin Diamond, and I'm here with
Magi Madolce,
and
and we're here doing a deck profile on a deck that has been taking me about 3 years to build.
yeah, it's taken him a while now.
And of course, so now I'm going to be. This is just what I call a poor man's deck. You'll see that I have proxies right now with this deck because of the fact that right now they haven't came in the mail. So without further ado, we're going to start the deck profile for Madolches. To start out, I run three Dolce Angelis. That seems to be very common from with what I researched. And then we run three Dolce Hoot Cakes. And just a little disclaimer, I'm not going to be doing what they do or how it all works. Maybe I'll do that later once I get a little bit better with memorizing this deck. Like I said, these are all subject to change.
Yeah, and remember, it did take him 3 years, was it, to build?
Just about. As you see, I'm using proxies right now for Madolce Mangeline. I think I spelled that right. I could have been wrong. Again, they're seen with Hoot Cake and Angeli and not Messin Gelato, Mangeline.
No, wait,
Seems to
what
be
is a proxy?
Proxy is basically how we substitute a card for cards we don't have, but we do have their effects on a separate card until we can get them. It's not technically tournament legal, but for friendly play, you can use them. Next up, I run two Messin Gelato. I really like this rarity. And it's definitely not common. I believe it's ultra rare. You can comment below on the comment section if I am completely wrong. I'm sorry. Next up, I run one Madolce pudding cess, and yes, like I said, all these proxies are in the mail, so I am sorry. And the reason why, actually, I will explain pudding cess. Not a lot of people play this card, but I really want to try to get Dolce Chocolate Mode's effect off.
Zachary, if you're going to insist on putting salad dressing on your pizza, at least put it away.
Thanks for ruining a video. I know I did not use it yet. You know you're going to have to delete that video. Because now we're going to have to try it again.
No, I can just cut it out.
Well, thank God I have a plus button. Anyway, so getting back to freaking this video. I also run two. Some people told me three at this. Two, but I feel it's a little foggy. A Dolce Mew foil. Very cute, card. I run one Cropsent. And most people have said that's even a cuter card than Mewfoil, but I digress. I feel Dolce Angeli's a little cuter, and so is Mangeline. I also run the two effect failures, and if you're wondering why I have two different rarities, it is common for people to have different rarities. This one, as you can see with this one, came from the Noble Knight box set. I had one left before using it. I also run the two Maxi. Earlier today we did a duel, and this actually came quite in handy.
Yeah.
Especially with people being able to double summon, and I get to draw one card, so I'm actually debating running this at 2 later. At 3 later.
Yeah.
Okay, now to our spells. I run only two Madolche Chateau. Everyone knows this card. Those who run Madolches or have gone against them. This card is very fun to play. But, however, I only run two because I feel it clogs way too much. Because I don't get it too much.
And what do they do again?
Even though I said I wasn't going to explain them, I will read the card effect for this. When this card is activated, shuffle all Madolche monsters in your graveyard into the deck.
Ah, that's right.
All Madolche monsters on the field gain 500 attack and defense, and if a monster or monsters, because it has that parentheses in it, in your graveyard would be returned to the deck by the effect of a Madolche monster, you can add it to your hand instead.
Yeah, he used that card against me when we were dueling, and
it was highly.
It got crazy because I had used, what was it, like a deep hole, and then
dark hole.
It destroyed all the monsters on the field. But he used that card and just allowed
mostly because
himself.
I activated an effect while it went off. So, okay. Also, Dolce Ticket. I've seen people run this also at 3. But for now, because it's a testing phase, I'm also going to only run it at 2. For now. Next up are 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. Now, what I was going to use instead of these was Twin Twisters, 2 Twin Twisters. But, like I said, this was a poor man's build because I don't have the money for it, nor do I have the patience. Well, actually, I do have the patience, I just don't want to right now. Even though Twin Twisters is very viable, but I like... Okay, next up. A Forbidden Dress and a Forbidden Lance. Now, a lot of people would run 2 lances, but because I didn't have a second one and I didn't want to pay about $7 for it, I was going after 1 lance and 1 dress because they're basically the same thing, just a slight difference in how much of a monster would lose life points. I mean, attack points. Also, I run 2 double summons. And I blame GP Games. I'm still waiting for... It's been a week now. I'm still waiting for my extra double summon to come in. That's why I'm right now using a proxy. I find this also, especially early game, because that can quickly get into the Abyss Dweller, Honor Arc, or even Madolche Queen Tiramisu. Okay, and now up for the... Trap cards. I run 2 Madolche Palooza. Basically what it does is special summon any number of Madolche monsters from your hand, but shuffle them at the end into the deck during the end phase. However, I can get around with this if I exceed summon some of the cards, so therefore the effects would just... I would be able to special summon, but then cancel out the last effect. Also, I run a Stormy Mirror Force, and I also use a regular Mirror Force. And man, look at that rarity. A gold rarity, and I believe a super rare. I'm not sure what rarity this is, but oh man, it's an awesome rarity. Okay,
oh, that is really shiny on my phone.
Also, I run the 2 Trap Sun. I've heard people use it at 3. Don't know why, but okay. Next up, Solemn Warning. This used to be an oldie but goodie. I don't remember if it's... I think it came off the ban list just recently. I could be wrong. If I am, I'm going to take it out and replace it for Lesson or Waltz. Next up, Vanity's Emptiness. Yes, this stops Madolche Palooza from working, or anything that says if you special summon this card, you can special summon something else. So Basically, I run this at 1, not 2. Also, a Torrential Tribute. Everyone knows what this card does. It is hilarious.
Yeah.
Last up for the main deck, Mind Crush. Basically, what it does is just declare one card name. If your opponent has a declared card or cards in his or her hand, discard all of the declared card or cards to the graveyard. Otherwise, you randomly discard one card from your hand.
And sorry for a couple seconds ago where my finger got in the way of the camera. It's just that it's pretty hard for me to get my camera set up to capture all this just right.
Yeah. Also, okay, so we're now going up to the extra deck. I run 1 Montdolce Pudding Cess Chocolate a la mode. This is one reason why I want to try to figure out how I can add pudding cess to this. But yeah, I add her because she's beautiful. I now also run a really nice gold rares of the Dolce Queen Tiramisu. She is our fairy of the deck, one of our fairies of the extra deck. I find her very useful early, late, or mid game. We also have Castile, the Sky Blaster Musketeer. I only run one of him for now. I plan on keeping him at 1, I hope. Also, we are using Gagaga Cowboy from my Gym Knight deck. Also, I'm using Leviair Dragon as a viable play. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Exceed material from this card, target 1 banish level 4 lower, special summon that target to your side of the field. Basically, if I have Jelly in the graveyard, or banish, so I should say, I'll grab it back, or max C or something, because most of my cards are level 4 or lower, except for Pudding Cess. One of my personal favorites, number 101, Silent Honor Arc. Very beautiful gold rare. Just came from that new pack that we got from Infinite Gold. And my lucky first ever card pulled, Abyss Dweller. I love him, and he also came from the Infinite Gold. Anyway, if you guys have any suggestions for me, or for Forrest Link, who is doing a separate video, basically the same thing as mine, I would like to thank you, TCG Player, and everyone else of the card or trades I've done. Thank you very much for helping out with this, and this is Magi McDolce signing off.
And this is George from the Awesome Diamond signing off. Bye.